Hello, beautiful, fabulous people. I am here again to share something that I jotted down a few years ago and just found it. I just rediscovered this, and it's the perfect time in life. And that's why I'm here to help you to know or to share with you that the timing may not be yours, but it's God's. And His timing is perfect. In God's perfect timing, He's always showing up when we need Him to the most. We may feel that He's delayed or it's not at our expectation of when we feel He should show up, but He comes as needed, when needed, in His perfect timing. And this I discovered was something I wrote about. It was refocus. Refocus. I'm not exactly sure what I was jotting down and why and for what reason and what stage of my life that I put this on this paper, but I discovered it today as I'm going through some things, as I'm cleaning out to get rid of some stuff. And it's sharing with me something that I had thought about. God has to expose the negative before He can get rid of it. Even when we are confused or I am confused, God is not. He is not a God of confusion at all. Anything that's confusing to you, trust me, is not the will of God. So we have to learn to relax and release and let it go and let Him do His will and His work and His good timing. God has a plan for my life is what I wrote. God's plan for future areas are positive and they have hope and it's a beautiful future. So this is something that I said to myself that I should say. God has plans for my life. God's plan for future areas are positive and hopeful, and my future is bright. Do you see what I see? I want you to refocus in your life. Refocus. I'm telling myself, but I'm sharing it with you guys because I thought it was really like a beautiful thing. Sometimes when you have to lose, you have to sometimes lose the mindset that you were raised with so that God can emerge in your life. Whatever you focus on, it will get better. Health, finances, your children, whatever circumstances, what we focus on and look at it in a positive light, it will get better. And that works the same in reverse. So we have to find the strength to choose to be positive, to choose to have hope and know that today is temporary. And with the Lord's will and His blessing, tomorrow that sun, when it does shine again, it brings new potential, new prospect, a new opportunity to refocus, to get a different perspective on what you were depressed about yesterday. Does not have to be the tomorrow. And so I sometimes have to constantly remind myself of those things. And I'm here for a couple of purposes and a couple of reasons. One is to leave something beautiful for my children, to hear my voice, to see my face, to know that I have been here. Lord's will, I hope to be here for many, many years. I hope to be here in my golden years. My family has a good, strong gene that has been in the 90s or 70s or all that, whatever. But either way, I'm here today. And so today is what I choose to focus on. And tomorrow, the Lord grant us that will and that gift, it's brighter. It's better. The better days are not behind, they are ahead. But the most important moment is now, the present. So I just want to say hello to you all. And the ones who love me, I love you right back. And those that, I may not be so tasteful in your mouth, it's okay because the Lord loves us all. So He can definitely do a better job at all of that than I can. And I'm not in the will of His will to be in His position. So I'm grateful for that. I am so grateful that the Lord has all control. He's all knowing. He's almighty. He's all able and capable. Any sins that have been committed, any thoughts or any ill intention in anybody's heart, He has the ability to erase it, forgive it, and wipe it clean. He's given His Son for those things. And aren't we grateful for that? Shouldn't we be grateful for that? I know I am, and I'm sure most of you are too. Yeah. So, with that being said, life has been very, I don't know, it's such a different type of generation and time. I grew up in the 80s, graduated in the 90s, and so I had a lot of my youth in those times, and they were just a beautiful time, and did not realize how blessed that it was at the time, because now with the children having to deal with the social media and that aspect of things, people don't know how to be social. I'm an introvert, honestly, so for me, I can be okay. All by myself, I have a great time, loving on me, dancing, singing, all by myself. I'm my own one-man band. But there are a lot of people who don't have that ability, and who needs to have those other outside stimulations to help them, be the best them that they can be and feel valued in this world. But I will say our children have lost the ability to go outside, play, and just meet friends in the natural way. It's mostly through video and digital, and it's a lot of things that come into their little minds, and they're exposed to, that a lot of parents don't necessarily have control, only because we don't have the complete understanding of how all this stuff works. It's moving so fast. Technology is coming in to the point to where you can't keep up with the new stuff that's happening. At least I can't. Thank God I don't have small children, but I have grandchildren, and I love each of them, and I'm thankful that they have parents. I'm thankful that their parents, are in the gap between the older generation and the younger generation, because they need covering. They do. They need covering, and this world can be unkind, but it can be a beautiful place too. So it's kind of our choice. You make decisions in this life on how you choose to navigate, the choices that you choose to partake in and engage in, as far as whether you want to make somebody's day with a smile and a kind gesture, or if you want to be nasty and rude and mean and ugly to a person. And be honest, it affects some people. You can be surprised how much your actions can affect those around you. So anyway, that's a sidebar. The main thing was about refocusing. And anytime you get off track, you can always redirect and regovern yourself to get back on course and refocus on the bigger goal. Anytime you want to do anything that's outside of the norm, especially your norm and your environment, your circle, it's going to be very challenging at times, and it may make you feel as if you want to just quit and give up, and cause you to just doubt yourself. But don't. Be bold, be brazen. It's all right. Be honest with you, many people are out here just as confused and lost as some, may be at certain moments. Maybe not at the same time, but as long as you're human, you're going to have your challenges. You're going to have your ups. You're going to have your downs. But one thing about it, troubles don't last always. No, it sure don't. That's the good news. That is the great, beautiful thing about this life. So if it feels like it's challenging and hard and depressing, and today, give it time and be gracious with yourself. Be gentle with yourself, because it will get better. It will. And things will turn around right when you just thought it was all over and it was done, but you stuck in there and you stayed the course. And then all of a sudden, wow, your blessings, the things that you worked for are right in front of you. And now you can enjoy the fruits of your labor. You've been through the war, you've been through the battle, you struggled, you cried, you fought, you closed yourself off, and then you emerged, but you kept going. Somehow you found the strength, and that's what you must do. You must find the strength. And when you don't have it, you should know that God will take the rest of the way for us. So when you don't have any oomph in you, anything left, have enough oomph to fall on your knees. Fall on your knees and thank our Lord above for the opportunity to fall on your knees and know that he is there and that he will never leave or forsake us and that his plans for us are good, and know that his protection around us is real, and know that every evil entity is no match for him. So anything spoken against you or anything that people have placed upon your life that you feel may hinder you from your greatness, he is the source to combat it all. So with that, take it, run with it. It will make a difference. It will give you the life that you may feel you missed out on. Not too late. As long as you're here, and as long as you can even see this video or see the sun, the moon, the stars, there's opportunity for your breakthrough, your blessings, your goodness, your everything that you have that you can dream of. And that's another thing. Dream big. Our God is not a small God. He's a big, old, huge, a ginormous, almighty, all omnipotent, everywhere at all times, Lord. And he can provide any need, any dream that we can dream up. He's capable to help us to achieve it. We have to do the work. Faith without works is dead. But guess what? You do your part as far as you can go in your capability and your human capacity. He will do the rest. He will open doors, introduce you to people you never thought you would meet, doors that never probably have been open to the people around you in your circle, and he'll just voila, allow you to walk right through. That credit score that you was like, oh, how can I ever? You know, it's temporary. It can, and he will, even sometimes with that credit score. But if not with that one, he'll help you revamp, rebuild, grow, regain. Anything you feel you've lost, it wasn't meant. It wasn't meant for you. It was a season in your life, chapter in your life. And guess what? It wasn't the end all be all. Because as long as we are living, breathing, smiling, or even just opening your eyes, the smile will come. But the opportunity also is still out there. So stay encouraged. Be strong. Love on God, because he loves us. Even when we don't love ourselves, even when we have made decisions in life that you question and wish you can undo, but you can't, guess what? Talk to him about it. Repent about it. And he will be right there loving on you, lifting up you. As the more you praise him, the more he can have room in our lives to guide us, lead us, help us, have the strength and the courage that it takes to walk this world with your head high, with a smile on your face. There's plenty to be grateful for, plenty to be thankful for. Your right mind, your physical abilities, and even if you have disabilities, I have worked with patients who catastrophically one day lost many uses of certain mobility. And a lot of them have gone on to be many great achievers. There was one, he just Olympic swimmer. Another who started foundations for people with the same conditions, but people who've made impact in this world, even when tragedy has struck. And that showed me that, no matter what, we all are loved by God. And the more you seek him, the more we allow him to be able to move in our lives. And the more we give him that permission to help us through the tough times. See, we want to sometimes do it ourselves. I'm guilty. I am considered, I worry a lot, especially for my children. I worry the fact that, life is not kind, and how will they make it through this, and the decisions they make and so forth. But once I have to just understand that God is in way more control than I ever could be, then it helps me to release a little bit, but it also opens up the door for him, for the Lord to move in their lives and do his will and cover them more than I ever could. Yes, my prayers, they will continue and they will go up for my family, for my friends, for the world, the state of things where we are right now. Prayer is needed. So yeah, that will happen daily. That is a part of, I may not do it formally, and no one may even realize that it's being done, because it's not for anyone else to see. It's between me and the Lord. But just know he's there. He's still in control. As crazy as times are seeming, the only best thing we can do is get our hearts in order, get our minds aligned for him to work and do his will within us and use us to help combat the craziness and the evilnesses of the world. Because people are mean sometimes. It's like you may go on a job and you meet certain people, and for no reason, they don't know you out of Adam or whoever. You haven't even opened your mouth to speak yet, and their energy is just nasty. So it creates a tension, and you're only here to do your job, make your money, and go home. Well, guess what? Give it time. Pray to the Lord. He can change hearts. He can change environments. And he can remove people that don't need to be in your space. And you may be the one being removed, because that wasn't for you to be there in your destiny at that time. And other people sometimes be transferred to different departments. But all I'm saying is he got all things needed for us to be safe in his arms, and for us to allow him to be God all by himself, which is a blessing. He has a big, big, big job and a big, big, big responsibility. And I thank God that it is not my responsibility to do his work that he doesn't assign to me. Whatever assignment he gives, I pray to have discernment, to hear it, recognize it, and be obedient. But the rest of everything else, I know enough to pray to him, to turn it over to him. So with all that being said, the main thing, like when I came across that refocus, it was so on time, because I need to tell myself that a lot of change is happening in my life, and it can be scary. Change is a scary thing sometimes, but it's also necessary. If you want something different, you have to do something different. And you can't blame other people. You can't go around saying, oh, what if, and coulda, shoulda, woulda, and all those things. You just have to trust the process and allow the Lord to work on your behalf. Have a wonderful day, people. Love on the Lord, because he loves us. And be whatever it is you deem greatness to be. It's not a one-size-fits-all. Be happy. Be joyful. Be lighthearted. Allow the Lord to shine upon us. My new one, it used to be Psalms 91, prayer protection. He who dwell in the Most High shall abide. Now it's Psalms, and still Psalms 91 is always going to be the ever foremost, but Psalm 67, 1, and it is, may God be gracious to us and bless us and shine his face upon us. Because it's a new season. It's a new season. And let's welcome him. Welcome him into our lives so that he can do just that. Until next time, take care.